And we are live. No, that is not a fake background. Look at what you're looking at here. You see what you see. You see what you see. They got to make sure it stays plenty lines and covered up over here on this side of the globe because, you know, I'm out here getting the downloads every day. So they got to cover that bad boy up. They're working overtime. Can you see them? They're working overtime. 11-11. You know it's true. Look at them. They're working overtime, y'all. They're working overtime. Look at that. Like a football field in the sky. I don't even care if they flag it, man. I'm tired of this shit. You know what I mean? I'm tired of it. Tired of it. They working overtime. They're like, oh, they're getting too many downloads. They're upgrading too quickly. We got to put this cold air out here and we got to cover this bad boy up. These people are starting to wake up too quickly. You better start paying attention to stuff, man. Everybody in this whole area act like they don't see nothing in the sky. Oh, you don't see that? Okay, cool. Anyway, let me get back on the subject. Shout out to my new subscribers, my old school subscribers, and my TikTok family. Wasn't for you guys, none of this be possible. That's how my main channel slowed down. When I start talking stuff like this, that's why I got to make sure I not talk too much about it. Because when I start talking about paying attention to things and, you know, the blue sky and what's going on up there, next thing you know it, my views started slowing down. They try to kill my channel. So we'll leave that alone. We'll stick to the things that they think that are okay. Men versus women. They love that kind of stuff. So, but today we're talking about lame Pander Bear Express goofball goobers. These cornballs are always watching us, trying to look for new talking points. I'm tired of talking about this guy without showing who he is, because describing him is hard to describe. This funny looking dude. So I just put his picture up there, man. He's the one on the bottom with his mouth wide open, you know, being emotional, not the one on the top. That's a rational man. You know what I'm saying? This dude has this podcast, and, you know, I know, see, when I tell y'all they be watching me, I know who's watching me and guys like me, man. Come on, dude. For one, I'm the kind of guy that the women on the podcast with him won't. So, of course, those women are going to be watching me, and they're always looking for talking points to try to bash men like me. So, of course, he's going to be on here, and for some reason, I don't know what it is, but Negroes love going after other Negroes. I don't know what it is, boy. They will go after a black dude quicker than they'll go after anybody else. You know, that's another way I recognize a fuck boy, right? They like to go after black guys, you know what I'm saying? Just like have a problem with, I'm gonna tell you the reason why he goes after black guys. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why black guys do this more than any other race of men. Black guys don't like having competition. They really don't. And when a black dude sees another black dude that he knows can get women, he feels like the pool of women that he would get has now been compromised, and he might not be able to get to him the same way. And they automatically start tripping and trying to distance and throw shade at you and stuff like that. You wonder why I don't have too many friends? Well, that's how black guys move, okay? I don't trust them. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust anybody. But don't come over here with that brother stuff. Nah, nigga, you gotta put some time in for me to be able to trust you, because I know over my history, black dudes have stabbed me in the back quicker than anybody else, right? Because they have this weird, you know what I'm saying, crabs in a barrel slave mentality still. And it's gotta be, it's like Highlander, you know what I'm saying? For the older people, you know what I'm talking about. There can only be one nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how they be thinking. So when I'm out here, man, I be seeing these Negroes looking at me funny. I'm like, oh, he's one of them Highlander niggas. That's one of them. There can only be one nigga. You know what I'm saying? So they'll try to detach your head, man, decapitate you. You know what I'm saying? Look, I just got through running, y'all, so bear with me. I am super, super energetic right now, about to work out on TikTok. But I seen this short, and shout out to, oh boy, I think his name is Shaq or something like that. He has a great channel. But the one on the bottom, this dude, I can't stop making videos about this pandering dude. This dude is on this podcast. If you ever watch it, whenever they're talking, there's this one calm guy there. He's supposed to be the neutral guy, the emotionally intelligent guy. He's a smart dude, skinny dude with a beard. He just kind of, he knows where he's at. Kind of like a Sigma type of dude. He knows where he's at, and he puts out his messages, but he does it in a calm way, because otherwise the women in there will come for his neck. I mean, they will try to destroy him, the crowd and the women on stage. So he destroys them calmly for the most part. Then there are like two other women on there for the most part, and it's one loudmouth, speed talking, used car salesman lady who is barely dressed. who's, you know, part of the gynocracy on there. And normally there's another lady in there that's kind of neutral. And it's a decent podcast for people that like drama, right? But it just seemed to me like men are on there always having to prove something, and the women are just, you know, destroying the men and using the same old babbling internet, you know, hype words and talking points and whatever. And the emotionally intelligent guy, he normally crushes them most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I would do it more aggressively, but he does a great job. And then it's this guy, this Pander Bear Express dude. This dude, he's always jumping out of his chair, got a medium t-shirt on. He's got to be my height or shorter, so he don't even really know that whatever he's doing makes him look even shorter. You know what I'm saying? As far as, he's one of them guys overcompensating, trying to put on a bunch of muscle. Funny looking dude, man. And he's always being too much, man. Dude be on there pandering. So, dude, you gotta, if you've ever seen him, man, he'll be on that joker. He'll be on there making his little videos. There's a movement out there right now to tell single mothers they got to settle. You don't have to settle for shit. You can get whatever you want. Somebody tell this boy to sit down somewhere, man. What are you doing? What's up with the theatrics? What's going on with you? The women aren't even doing it. Every time they're doing a podcast, this will be this goof boy, right? It's pine cone. Grab this pine cone. This will be this goof boy. Dude with emotional intelligence, say something slick. Here he goes. Sit your ass down somewhere. Sit down. They gave you stools to use. Stop jumping out of the stool to make it seem like, oh, that point was so deep. Oh, I gotta spin around and run up and down. Sit down. Sit down. You have no kind of gentlemanly way about you, no kind of masculine energy. You're as emotional as the women on the podcast, dude. You know what I'm saying? You're so emotional. And then he gets on here and he's, you know, there's a movement to tell single mothers the truth. There's a movement to tell single mothers the truth. Absolutely. There's a movement to tell them that they are not, you know what I'm saying, fresh goods right out the market, that they have already made a child with someone. They have already given a random guy, some pookie, the greatest gift they can give a man. We are telling them the truth. This guy's trying to be another Derek Jackson, but don't look like Derek Jackson. Bruh, you cannot be 5'9" or shorter and emotional like you are. Because even Derek Jackson has a mellow, if you haven't noticed, women like a dude that keeps it mellow all the time, because a lot of them have a lot of trauma from overreactive dudes that get too loud, and it's a, you know, it's a trauma, it's a trigger response. You jumping up and getting too loud, it triggers them. So if you can't even maintain a calm demeanor, you just seem like an emotional single mother. And you know the worst part about you people, you pandering males, y'all are the worst. And what y'all don't understand is women will take anybody as long as they vouch for women. That's why they always have all these people in the LGBTQ community vouching for them as well, because they don't care. As long as it's someone vouching for the sisterhood, they don't care who it is. Now those same women will turn around and will shame, so-called try to shame a man by claiming that he's a part of that community while taking assistance from that community whenever the community tries to reach out to them and make peace. So how in the same breath can a woman be friends with people in that community that supports her, but then use that community to shame a heterosexual man? That's what they do. And they're allowed to get away with it all the time. And this pandering male thing, man, they're just weak, single mother raised males that don't know any better, right? And they get emotional when they see a man say something and they feel like that man is attacking their single mother that they were raised by. There's no way in the world that a guy that panders to women was raised and had a father in his house. There's just no way. There's just no way. And these dudes, man, they're not just pandering, but they're more emotional than the women. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like button, share the live, subscribe, you know, putting this information out. I'll eventually change the thumbnail, maybe to a bigger picture of him. I was just watching that YouTube short and I didn't have any other picture, so I just used that one. I'm sure I can find him in a more emotional pose. But Podcast gets on my nerves. All these podcasts where men and women are going back and forth arguing with each other is stupid. It's stupid as fuck. Why are y'all arguing from your own perspectives, knowing that y'all wouldn't date each other, none of y'all get along? All they do is the women get on there and try to speed talk their points out. They try to hurry up and get everything off. And then the guys will sit there and try to talk normal, and the women will talk over them. It's a mess, man. It's a mess. You know what I'm saying? It's messy work. You know what I'm saying? Messy work. I forgot the name of that channel I got that from, but shout out to him. You know, accountability commentary or something like that. Dope channel as well. You know what I mean? But look, man, these pandering men are not needed. When you're pandering as a male, you are saying that women don't have it in them to vouch for themselves, to defend themselves, to represent themselves. You act like you got to come in like Captain Save a HOE and say all these things on women's behalf, right? What you are at most is a puppet for the women that don't want to jeopardize their career and come off a certain kind of way. They'll get an idiot like you to get online and start crying and whining and sounding like a female. At most. At best. You know what I'm saying? You're running around here. You see that the Derek Jackson stuff is on its way out. And you're trying to be the number 2 guy. I don't get that, man. What is your purpose here? All you do is whine about dudes that are saying whatever they want to say and having their own preferences. What do you care for? Man. What kind of man is going around looking at other men trying to do something to change the situation, and he feel like he got to rally all the slaves back up and get them back to the plantation for the women? What are you doing? What's your end goal? We're not going to be oppressed by women or societal pressures. We're not going to do that. So you running your mouth online and vouching and trying to represent women. What are you doing? You are so corny, dude. You are so corny. You are not going to be remembered. You are not going to be remembered. So go ahead and keep riding along with women and just be more fodder for them. You will never be remembered. You are not Derek Jackson. You are not going to be remembered as him. You are not him. All you're doing is giving women something to watch, and you're trying to obviously grift and take money from those women. It's easy. I can get online right now and start today making videos, pandering to women, talking about men, and get to 100,000 followers very quickly. I'm very attractive. Women actually want me and want to see me talk, not just listening because I'm pandering to them. You get women that listen to you because you're pandering to them. You ain't got it like that, dude. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Chicks are not there looking at you because they find you attractive. You're just there pandering to them, and they like to hear it. It ain't gonna work out for you. And that's a dying art anyway. But listen, do what you gotta do, but we're here to call you out. You know what I'm saying? I like hearing people like this talk because I didn't know that the movement was getting recognition all the way out to the Pander Bears and these goofy podcasts, you know what I'm saying, men and women. I didn't know that the movement, so that means that they're, and again, they ain't gotta be watching me directly. If they're watching somebody that's similar, obviously, to what I'm saying, still part of the movement, still one of the leaders out here. So apparently we're bothering them. Good, good. We're supposed to. The way you want it to be, us going back to just letting women say and do whatever they want, cheat however they want to, use us as a retirement plan after they collected bodies and multiple kids. You want us back on the plantation. You want us to go back to the way it was, where we're miserable, nobody caring about how, you know what I'm saying, there's an overwhelming abundance of men that are homeless and things of that nature. We're just expendable. So many Army veterans that are homeless and whatnot, we're just expendable. You wanted to go back to that, where a woman is put on a pedestal and men are all expendable, to include your dumb black ass, right? That's why it don't make any sense. I don't think you got any sons. I highly doubt it. You know what I'm saying? And again, the way you move, I don't even know if you bat for that team, bro. Because you would not have a son being on here pandering to women when women would never date a guy that panders to them. I will repeat, women will never date a guy that panders to them. You're just their stepping stool. You're their homeboy. You know what I'm saying? That's all that you are. You'll never be more than that. Pandering to women gets you absolutely nowhere. Now, if you're trying to grift and make some money, then do what you gotta do. But you're the laughing stock, you and that Puerto Rican dude with the beanie. You two clowns are gonna go down burning. Burning. Because I don't think neither one of y'all are married, and if y'all are, you're probably gonna end up stepping out on your old lady just like Derek Jackson did. So all the stuff that you're talking about is a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of BS, man. Look, let me get back on here in a little bit, but I keep seeing this goofball pop up in my feed. If he's watching what we're doing and it's triggering him so much, I gotta add to the collection and try to trigger this cornball even more. You know what I'm saying? This dude is more emotional than any woman I've ever seen. I have never seen a person singing while whining about what men don't do right. Dude, man, you got more insight about what men don't do right than a female. Are you dating men? What's going on, bro? It's okay. You know what I mean? But don't sit over here and act like you're, you know what? You don't speak and vouch for, ain't no man talking like you. Ain't no heterosexual man talking like you, dude. Unless he was raised by a single mother, and I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. But look, y'all, hit the like button. I gotta get on TikTok. Ladies, if you're following me on TikTok, which most of y'all are, probably even women from that podcast watch me on there. And again, this is the reason why a lot of these dudes do what they're doing. There's this weird thing where, I don't know, black guys look at other black guys as competition. It's really weird, man. That's what I watch for a lot. I don't care how you disguise it. I don't care if you try to call yourself being a pander. Know what you are is a dude that wants to go against everything every other dude is doing. You're a contrarian type of person. I guess hoping it's your way of standing out. I've noticed a few of these goofy cornballs on the internet since I've got on here in the man space, right? They're just goofy, contrarian, dumbass dudes that want to be king of something when there's no crown to be found. There's no, you trying to be the king of nothing? They just want to argue about nothing. They want to go against what other dudes are saying just to do it. Sit y'all goofy asses down, man. These people will have plenty and plenty of followers and still be a nobody. Plenty of followers and still be a nobody, just a YouTuber. Nobody know who they are unless they're in the space and looking up stuff. So, you know, when people see that you have the ability to transcend just YouTube or TikTok, some of these Negroes will start coming after you and they'll try to disguise it as some other means. No, you see, I have the capability of not only transcending social media, being on movies, dropping books, being on talk shows. I got the look, I'm well-spoken, very attractive, got the eye contact, know how to speak in front of people, you know, a former leader in the military, you know, 2 tours to Iraq, I got the full background to be way more than some YouTube podcast panelist. And you have a problem with that. So you try to find little dumbass clever ways to get your hate out. Listen, bro, continue to do whatever you're doing. I guess there's some small group of people out there that need you, right? But don't think that anything that you're doing is gonna get you any women, gonna get you any real clout, gonna get you anywhere. And now that you out there, you can't never come back to the man community, dude. You know what I'm saying? So just stay where you're at, keep dropping these dumbass videos, man, vouching for women, speaking for women. You ain't got a woman in sight, you ain't got a wife in sight. And some kind of way, and for some reason, somebody should listen to you speak. Come on, dude. Anyway, peace, love, and light, y'all. Hit the like button, share the live, subscribe. You know the spill. Again, ladies, I'm gonna be on TikTok for a while, then back over here with some commentary that's actually, you know what I mean, well thought out. Part of my normal schedule. But I seen this and immediately had to make a video because, hey, every time I get a chance to take a jab at this pandering fool, I got to, all right? It's just, I got to. All right, y'all. Peace, love, and light. Y'all be back on here later on.